Hey guys, how's it going? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and the next review I want to do is the DC All-Stars. It's basically DC Universe Classics figures, just a new batch of them. Superboy Prime. Now this is the dud of the bunch, technically speaking. Red Robin, Superman, and Batman are wildly more popular, apparently, based on sales and everything so far. Batman is probably next in line. Red Robin and Superman are going first. But either way, this is a pretty solid figure, and I'm happy to have it, and I'm happy to do a review for you. So let's go ahead and dive in. He stands just shy of 7 inches, so definitely has some good size to him. We see some new parts on this figure. Aside from the head sculpt, we have this new shoulder armor thing that he's got going on. It's a separate piece that's been glued on. It is soft material, but the sculpt of it makes it pretty much immobile, so it's going to do a little bit of restriction for the arms, but not too much. These tube pieces are considerably more soft, so they don't impede the articulation at all. As you can see, they just bend with whatever you need to do, so that's fine by me. And then they are connected to these new forearm armor pieces, which do not impede the articulation at all either, so that's nice. We've got this nicely shaded, nicely sculpted cape. It is soft again, so that's not going to get in the way of anything. It's actually really nice looking. The burn marks look pretty good, and hopefully it's showing up on camera, but it looks really good in person. They did a good job on shading it and sculpting it, so even though it's not symmetrical and it is flowing to one direction, I'm really pleased with it. He has a new belt here that has the soft tube things connected to it again, and they do not impede the articulation at all. No problems there, so it's just another nice touch. He also has the new Shin Armor, which is just like the forearms. It does not impede the articulation other than the ankle, and that's really not the armor's fault. I mean, I guess it is technically speaking, but you still have a pretty good range of motion, so it's not too big of a deal. And of course everything else is fine. The head sculpt is pretty good. I think, at least for me, it looks like his ears stick out too much, but maybe that's the way the character's drawn. I do not know. I haven't read any of those comics or even looked at them, to be completely honest, so it might be 100% accurate, but for me, just looking at it, it looks like the ears stick out too much. But whatever, no big deal. Sculpt is decent, the paintwork on the eyes is decent, and the hair has some blue dry brush shading on there. Articulation is standard swivel. It's on a ball peg that does have 2 positions, back and forward. The back one gives him a little bit of room to look up, but not too much. Shoulders are standard ball discs, DC Universe style. The shoulder pads don't really get in the way too much. Since they are soft, they don't get in the way all of that much, but they are causing a little bit of problem. Not too much though, again. Elbows, standard 90 degree, almost 90 degree bend, and then a wrist swivel. The ab crunch works just fine on this figure. Nothing gets in the way of it. Since the cape is soft, everything's fine. Waist twist works just fine. Thigh joints work just fine, or hip joints. Full range of motion. Thigh swivel's fine. Knees are fine, and like I said, the ankles are only somewhat limited. We have a little bit of continuity problem between the reds across the underwear area, but other than that, it's not too bad, and it's not even that bad there. The S is painted well, and the yellow parts on the blue are painted well. So overall, it's a very nice looking figure. I do recommend it if you can find it in the store or get it online. Big Bad Toy Store I know has some, so it's definitely a good place to check. And there are, they are supposed to be hitting retail soon also, so I do suggest you guys go try to find these figures. They are nice, not perfect, but definitely worth picking up. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more reviews and some other videos, and in the meantime, keep collecting.